Okay, so today we're going to talk about why every business needs search engine optimization. Topics here tonight that we're going to talk about is just the importance of SEO, how it actually works. We're going to talk about our actual SEO campaigns, right? And how they kind of function, like just a quick overview of it. We're going to talk about qualifying, discovering, selling it, right? Not really, you don't have to do that much selling. It's more of like an intro to it. And we're going to talk about sales support and also what happens after the sale. So I think this is really important for those of you that are here on this call and everyone that's going to watch this after. So let's go to the next slide here. All right, so let's talk about why SEO is important. It's important, guys, because think about it. Everyone's, like I said, kind of common sense. Everybody's on the internet. There are 1.8 billion searches every single day on Google. And obviously, before anyone buys anything, right, they're going to do a search, right? They're going to look at everything that they can online about that business, and be it, about the product, could be reviews, could be anything. They're just going to search for that specific service. They're going to check out the credibility of the company, and then SEO is a major part of this. So why is SEO so important? Well, again, paid ads are great. We all know that. But the deal with paid ads, people know that paid ads are paid ads, right? So, you're bidding to get the paid ad. SEO is organic, right? And with SEO, what happens? There's a lot more credibility there. So as you can see in the top three, those are the paid, which are Google paid ads, right? And normally it starts with the maps and it goes down here to this area where you see here. That's organic. And organic, what's going to happen? People trust it a lot more. They know that there's so much authority when it comes to search engine optimization. And when people are searching for something and you're right there on page 1 of Google, you're going to convert 8 times more than the actual paid ads will, because most paid ads, a lot of people are kind of window, shopping when it comes to paid ads. They're actually they'll click on an ad and it's like the first thing they see. But when people are actually there to buy something or do some serious research, they're going to look at the organic links. So organic links, man, are amazing. And every business, I don't care how big or small you are, you should definitely have SEO, some kind of SEO. So let's talk about how SEO is, right? What is SEO? So the whole thing about SEO is it's all about the work that goes into the website to build relevance and trust, right? That's the first thing. So think about it. The relevance, it means that it's relevant to the keyword that they're searching, right? And trust is all about you being organic, right? People will trust anybody that has that has that investment on that first page of Google. You appear on the first page of Google organically. People respect that big time, and that's why the leads convert so much more, because they look at you. They're going to trust you immediately and know that, hey, you're a player, and you're not just paying for the lead, but you actually invested. You're an authority, right? And that's what's really important. So it's all about, there's 2 things. It's all about relevance and trust, right? Relevance is built behind the scene with the code behind the site and the content that's on your site, right? That's all on your website. Off of your website, we're building links and we're building authority to get you on that first page of Google. So let's look at the relevance, the on-site SEO. This is the SEO that's done on your actual website, right? So if you look at the screen here, your website, this is what you see, right? The actual page, but behind the scene, there's a lot going on with codes and things that we're doing behind the scene on the client's website, right? To get them to rank, be it keywords, content, that type of thing. It's all on that website that's relevant to the keyword that person is searching right for, right? Now, SEO works like this. To get on that first page of Google, we have to build trust. And how do we build trust? Well, it starts here. Building articles, website bookmarkings, business directory submissions. And again, this has, this is great because for you guys to understand how important business listings are, right? Business listings is amazing, an amazing part of SEO, and especially the business listings package that we have, the service that we have. You're getting on, like 70 sites. That's massive for SEO. Think about it. Every single site that is relevant, right? That is, you're talking about maps, you're talking about directories, you're talking about, GPS, we're talking about Alexa, voice commands, we're talking about Siri, yellow pages, local. I mean, there are so many different sites because think about it. People are on so many different highways and roads, right? So you have to be found everywhere. So directory submissions are just one of the most important things that you can have, and it automatically kicks up the SEO. So you have a website that's obviously Google friendly, right? And it's totally optimized. And again, with our platform that we have, it makes the job so much easier because we have this SEO built in behind the scenes on our website platform. So it just gives any client a tremendous amount of, I would say a tremendous amount of they really get I would say an advantage, right? Compared to WordPress or any other, any other website platform that's out there, because we have that SEO built into it. We're Google friendly. Google loves our platform. I mean, I'll tell you, it's just amazing when we do SEO on our platform for clients based on doing SEO for them on a different website platform. Obviously, our platform pushes them up so much quicker than another platform, because again, ours is built. We know the code that we've built it on. We know it's Google friendly. We know it passes all of Google's tests, right? Page speed test, encryption, everything that has to do with SEO. Our website platform is just bulletproof for that. So blogging is important, placing, the links and creating, articles and there's so much content that we're creating and link building behind the scenes. So doing all of this that you see on our screen, that builds trust, right? And trust is what people want. They're going to land, everything that you see on the screen, everything that we do, all the work that's being done will eventually help that business rank on page one, right? So it's relevance, it's trust, gets you to page one. Page one does what? It's Google, right? Google giving you the referrals. It'll transform your client's website into a referral machine, right? And that is for the long term, guys. It's not for the short term. That's what it makes. It makes Google like this massive word. It's like having it's like you guys selling a bunch of websites and then getting a ton of referrals from it, right? Same thing Google does with the work that we do on SEO. It's referring everyone to your website, to your page, right? Based on the keywords. So it totally becomes word of mouth for everyone there. So hope you guys understand that. Let me just mute this right here because I don't want to get any feedback. Anyway, let's keep going. Next on here. Let's talk a little bit about the SEO campaign. One thing that you have to understand about what separates us from everyone else is that we have better technology. As you know, Rocket Driver, we're always at the cutting edge of technology, whatever we do, be it SEO, be it our websites, be it ads, local ads that we have with all that data and the omni-channel. Everything we do has just the most state-of-the-art technology pushing it It's all, and it's data driven. So based on the data that's out there, right, and all the reports that we run and all the technology, the AI that we have, we're going to know exactly what keywords are going to be the best keywords for that campaign, which are the money keywords, right? That'll drive that traffic that'll actually make the client money, right? You could do SEO. A lot of companies are out there, they'll do SEO and they'll say, hey, we'll get you on the first page of Google. But what happens is they're working on keywords that basically have no traffic, right? So yeah, okay, and that's how they get, that's how they, that's what like they get around, when a client, and it's, again, we call it bad SEO. It's just crappy SEO. It's the cheap SEO that you see out there. It's the one that'll say, I'll get you on the first page for $99 a month. I talked to an agency about a week ago, and they did that cheap SEO, the $99 SEO. He lost 300 clients. Again, Google had 600 and something updates last year. And the whole thing is this: if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have high technology, if you don't have high quality of work, people that know actually what you're doing, and you're working on keywords that actually don't perform, then you will never, you'll get the person on the first page of Google and say, hey, look, I told you I'd get you on the first page, but what does that mean to the business? They didn't get any traffic from it. So it means nothing. So they grab like these keywords that have no competition, that are very easy to rank, but the problem is they don't bring the traffic to the client. So big deal. I'm on the first page of Google for a word that nobody searches for. Do you follow? The difference with us is that we're data driven. We're going to look at the keywords that are actually going to make the client money, right? That people are searching for. And again, we also will talk to the client and find out what keywords are important to them. And we'll take their keywords that they feel, because they know their business better than we do. So they'll give us their keywords. And then what we'll do is we'll take a look at them, and then we'll give them our recommendation. Another thing that our SEO is better than everyone else that's out there, it's all about transparency, guys. And transparency is key for clients to keep paying you, right? Transparency is key for them to see the work that's being done. So with our reporting that we offer, they can see all the links we have built, the articles that we ran. They'll know the work that we've done on the client's website. They're going to know everything. They'll be able to see when they started, on all the keywords that we're working on, where they were before. They could be on page 100, they can be on page 20, whatever it is. But they will see. Not only will they see, where they were, but where they are today. And we can actually prove it by them clicking on that link, and that link will open up and show them right on Google. If we tell you you're on the first page of Google and you're position number 4 on the first page of Google, right, which is really position number 1 because you got the three paid ads. So let's just say position number 1. We could prove it because we can show them there. Another thing is that we're a full service offering. We're going to do both offsite, onsite, which is, again, offsite is building all the links. Onsite is all the work that's being done. Secondly, we're constantly auditing the campaign, tweaking it and making sure that we're getting the best, doing the best that we possibly can for your clients. That's why we have right now an 85% retention rate with every client that we're bringing on board. They do not leave, one, because we deliver on what we say we're going to do. And secondly, they can see it. It's full transparency, and we're not showing them some Excel spreadsheet that looked like someone did it in their basement, right? This is in the business center. They have a beautiful login, with your logo, your dashboard. It's single sign-on for all the services that you sell. They'll be able to go back there and just click on the icon and be able to see all the work that's being done. So again, it's what it's all about, guys. So the customer journey, how does it all happen? How does it all happen? Well, it's pretty straightforward. First thing we do, it's all about website audit, right? And keyword selection. Then we work on the website, right? That's the second thing. Then we do offsite optimization, which is all the link building, like I said, which will do what? Increase rankings, and then improve the traffic, get them to second page, third, second page, first page, and then the final outcome is going to be increased sales. So that's the journey that we give your clients. That's how it all starts. And I'll go into, it more in depth in a second. So let's talk about the expectations here. Normally in the first 30 to 45 days, guys, and this is in the back office, okay, we have the expectations, and I'll show you where it's located. There's also a PDF that you can send out that's white labeled to the client that'll show them before you even, get them on the phone with one of our sales support guys. We have client expectations, which will tell them exactly what's going on, right? If we're building a site, we're going to do that first. If we're not building a site for the client, then we'll do the on-site optimization, and then start working behind the scenes on building the trust, right? 2 to 4 months into the campaign. And again, it all depends. These expectations that you're going to set for the client, really, we'll say 2 to 4 months, they'll start seeing a significant improvement in their rankings. Sometimes, I'll tell you straight up, if we build that website, and again, there are some variables, right? It all depends on the type of business that they're in, how competitive they are they a local campaign? Are they a county-wide campaign, right? Maybe they're statewide, regional, nationwide. That's all gonna factor in on how quickly they rank. But I can tell you this, looking at all the SEO campaigns that we've been doing and I'm just saying the sites that we have built on our platform, the improvements on their rankings are like staggering. It's just unbelievable. And again, it's like if the clients, the clients don't really know that much about SEO, they practically know nothing. If they only knew how significant that improvement was compared to everyone else that's out there, I kid you not, there have been sites that we've developed and we did SEO for 30 days and I had clients that had like 11 keywords on the first page of Google. It's just unbelievable. But again, there are a lot of facts. And this was a nationwide campaign, by the way. Some of these were nationwide campaigns. Like I said, local, 2 to 4 months, you'll see a significant improvement. Again, you always want to set their expectations. You always want to under-promise and over-deliver, right? Look, they can get to the first page before the 6 months, but again, you want to just set, you don't want to sit there and tell them, hey, you're going to get on the first page of Google and within 2 to 4 months. It's not good to promise anything that you have no control over. SEO, like I said, there are variables based on the business. Remember, if we didn't build their website, it might take longer. If we did build their website, obviously it'll take a lot less, but just to be safe, you always want, and that's why it's great to sign up a client and do a 6-month contract with a client on SEO. I would do that, lock them in, because there's a lot of work that's being done in the first few months. We've got to work our tails off for them to start seeing improvements. But the bottom line is when they do start seeing improvements, guys, remember, we have that reporting. And when they do see that, that's why it's always good to, talk to your client every month and go over the reports with them and just, and they're very easy. Because the reports will show them where they were and where they're at, right? Before you meet with the client, you'll have access to the reports, so you'll know. And if you do have any questions, obviously you can always hit us up and we can always, guide you and talk to you and help you out with the, explanation of the reports or anything that you need in regards to talking to the client. Why is it good to talk to the client every month? Keeps them paying, guys. Keeps them happy, right? You get to do your show and tell. You do a screen share. Tell them to log in, do a Zoom meeting, and they log into their own account, and they can share their screen, and you guys can talk about it. The reports are really simple. It's not something that is rocket science. So it's very simple to show, and I'll give you an example of what they look like, and very simple to explain. So the deal is that it's all about this, guys. It's all about delivering on what we're saying we're going to deliver, right? It's talking to the client, showing them that, hey, we did get the job done. You are ranking. You're getting there on the first page. And then really, it's constantly tweaking their campaign, right? If they got a bunch of keywords that are on the first page of Google, then we can start looking at other keywords that are money keywords and start working on those other keywords. You follow what I'm saying? So that way we're constantly helping them grow their companies and helping them stay on top of the competition, man. And that's really what it's all about, right? It's all about taking that business to the next level. But again, one thing that everyone has to understand, search engine optimization is an investment, right? It's like buying real estate on Google. Google ads, pay-per-click ads, that is like, and paid ads are amazing. I'm not saying they're bad. It's all about speaking to the client and really finding out, it's basically you giving them the knowledge on why they need SEO, utilizing our team, but also asking them questions, because look, the deal is this. We all know that SEO takes a while for the client to be on the first page. Maybe they're looking for leads right away. So there's nothing wrong with simultaneously doing an SEO campaign, investing in real estate, and then Google pay-per-clicks to get them the leads right away. Building out a Google Ads campaign or a social media campaign, whatever. Every business is different. So, but that's really how it's great to position it that way, because they're getting their leads right away with the Google ads, and then we're building that monster quality, ranking on first page that gives them all that trust, which is huge, man, huge. And remember, when you're doing SEO, their profit based on the keywords that we give that we're ranking on Google, what they're spending versus their profit, the spend will always be the same, right? Let's just say they're spending, I don't know, $1,000 a month, right? Well, that no matter if they're making $20,000 or $30,000 a month or $10,000 a month or $5,000 a month, that spend's always going to be the same, right? With pay-per-click, it varies, right? It's like for you to get leads, it could be, 1,000 this month. It could be 1,500 the next month. Google pay-per-click, it's real because it's all bidding, right? So that can vary, guys. So it's not one of those things that's like etched in stone like SEO is. The SEO is just like, hey, you pay one fee every single month, and then when you start hitting, that first page, money starts flying in, and it's the same. They can budget. They know that that's what they're going to be spending, every single month, right? So let's talk about qualifying a client. When you're talking to a client, right? And when we're talking to a client, this is more, we're showing you this, but this is really done by us, right? Because we have the sales and support team. So when we get on a call with your clients, man, or your prospects, the name of the game is that what we do is we're going to build rapport with your client, first of all, right? It's a discovery call, right? I mean, you're going to talk to them, and when you first talk to them, you're just going to get a little bit of discovery on your end and kind of like try to qualify them at least so they have an idea, like, in terms of like qualify them in a sense of their budget, right? And just kind of see like where they're at, right? I mean, you need to know, person has $100 budget, then obviously they, because remember, these people don't understand anything about online marketing or anything like that. So they might be lost when it comes to that. This is all about us guiding that business owner and talking to them, educating them, right? So your part of it is just to kind of get some information from them and qualify them, educate them, and then we'll recommend the budget. And we do the education and the recommendation of that. So we want you to keep this simple, guys. When you discover and qualify someone, we don't want you guys, it's so easy to talk to these people, right? We don't want you to do anything but just to keep it so simple. It's a two-step process. Number one, obviously they have to have a website, right? And this is a great way to, again, discover and qualify, right? Look how simple this is. And this is before we even get on the phone and help you close the deal. First of all, they got to have a website. Second, is their website ranking on page 1? Right? Think about it. How many companies do you know out there? We all know that most companies, right? I would say half of them probably have a bad website. And if they have a bad website, they're definitely not ranking on page 1. We all know that. But let's say they do even have a good website. Even though you have a great website doesn't mean you're going to rank at all. Because if they're not doing SEO, they're not going to rank organically. It just doesn't happen magically. You don't create a website, throw it up on the web, and then all of a sudden you're ranking on page 1 for Google, organically. Does not happen unless you do search engine optimization. That's a fact. So I could tell you this. This is like a lead-in question, right? And you know what the answer is going to be. Are you ranking on page 1? No, of course not. So think about how easy it is to qualify someone here, right? They're not on page 1, then they're a candidate for SEO. It's pretty straightforward. That's just a simple, very simple way, to do it, right? So you got 2 types of clients. One, yeah, well, I want to be on page Google right now. And then the other client is they just don't understand it, right? That's really what it's all about. So the deal is remember, when you guys are talking to people, it's all about building that rapport, right? And this goes for a lot of it goes for advertising. It pretty much goes for everything that you're really talking. It's like, what are the goals of their website, right? What are goals for their business? Second thing is this is great information to pass along to us when you're going to use sales support, right? We always tell you, and we have this all in the back end, we're always going to ask you to, try to get as much information as you can from the client, right? Kind of little, just warming them up and getting us, some information will help us better close them when we get them on the phone. But the deal I'm trying to say is it's asking them simple questions like, what's their website platform built on? Are they familiar with SEO? Have they ever tried it? What was their experience? Poor experience? Well, we're definitely going to change your mind. Good experience? Well, we're going to take it to the next level. That's how we're always, no matter what they say to us, we always have an answer, right? That's the way that's how we operate here at Rocket Driver. It doesn't matter what they give us as an answer. We're always going to have something. And this is just a easy, keeping it simple type of discovery that you're doing, right? So if they don't know anything about SEO, then this is if they don't know anything about SEO, this is where you can have, well, listen, let me get you on a call. Well, even if they do know a little bit about it, look, I look at it like this, even if they are familiar with SEO or they don't know anything about SEO, no one is going to have the experience that we're going to have, that our team is going to have, right? Because we know it. The reason why we have sales support is because we don't expect you guys to be SEO experts, number one. And number two, we want to see you make money, right? So if you could utilize our team, obviously we're going to get the information to your client or your prospect. We're going to execute that a lot better than you will at this time, unless you guys become an SEO expert. Then obviously you don't need our team. But why do that? We have guys that are making a ton of money, partners that are making a ton of money where they've been on, tons of calls. And it's so funny. They don't need to be on the calls, but they're always on the calls, right? Having our SEO sales support team, explain to the prospect exactly, build that rapport, make them feel warm and fuzzy on why they actually need it. So no matter if they're familiar or not, if they had a poor experience, good experience, they have no experience whatsoever, then it's all about, bringing them to sales support, right? So again, they don't understand it. Guys, forget about trying to explain anything to these people, right? The only thing you have to explain is like, listen, we want to get you on the first page of Google. We want businesses to trust you. We want to drive traffic to your website. And that's really what it's all about, right? You're the one that needs to be relevant. You need to be number one on Google, right? And that's really how it works, right? So when you're qualifying them, and this is good to know, again, qualifying doesn't mean asking them for, what their budget is or anything like that, you can. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to understand the market, right? So there are two main factors in budgets, right? How we will recommend a campaign, and that way you'll understand what a 10-hour campaign does and a 20-hour campaign does. It's all about market competitiveness and industry competitiveness, right? So small market, smaller budget. It's kind of common sense, right? Big market, bigger budget, right? You're in New York City and you're an attorney. You're a divorce attorney in New York City, or you're a criminal attorney or whatever. Obviously, big city. Attorneys, one of the most competitive markets in the industry, right? Big budget. Then you have, I don't know, Joe's Auto Body Shop, right? In Mobile, Alabama or something. I don't know. Just picking, out of a hat. Again, that's a small market, small budget, right? But we will decide that for you, right? We will decide what we're going to recommend to your client based on the information that they provide us. We're just letting you know here, I'm just letting you know here that just keep common sense. Small city, small market, right? Big market, bigger budget. Very, very simple. So what's a small market, right? Well, it's a new or small business, right? That's just two type of businesses, right? A small market, new or small business, 1 to 5 employees, one location, small online presence, right? Referral-based business, landscaper, something like that, right? You're small company, right? Recommendation there, just so you have an idea how we're going to recommend, and then that way you can also, again, when you're doing your prospecting and you're talking to your client and you're telling them about SEO, it's always good to speak to them and ask them the questions. Let's talk a little bit about your business. How many employees do you have? How many locations do you have? Things like that. Just ask them. It's always great. The more questions that you ask your client, better it is for everybody, right? We're going to understand more when we get on the phone and try to close them, right? So if you're giving this information to our sales support team, it really makes our job a lot easier and helps us prepare and close, right? Instead of just saying, hey, I got a client, I got a prospect, can we meet at 3 o'clock in the afternoon today? And then, yeah, okay, we can. It's a lot better just to, again, because look, it's great for you to, in any type of sales guys or any type of consultation that you're going to do, any consultative calls that you're making to any type of business, because I don't consider anything that we do sales. I really don't. It's a consultative process, right? You're talking to these businesses and we're here to help them out. We're here to help them navigate this complex digital world that's out there. And we're just looking at their whole online presence and trying to help them out, right? Help them basically be found online, help them look great online, number one, right, with a website. Then they need to be found online, which is, listings, right? And then they need to be what? We're trying to get them leads and be competitive, which is a combination of what? SEO and advertising, pay-per-click, right? And then there's two other parts that are, the different other services that we offer, which are their reviews, right? So it's kind of like reviews, which is their reputation. And then there's the social part of it, which is not social marketing. It's just about looking at the business as a whole and saying, do they at least look credible? Does their social media look credible, right? Which means, look, you don't have to do marketing for social media, but if the company's posting, once a week, a couple times a week, at least when someone looks at them, they're like, okay, cool. This business is doing really well, right? So, okay, so they're cool. I can do business with this company. With reviews, do they have enough reviews that will make me feel comfortable in doing business with them? So remember, guys, all the services that we offer, this is, I'm just talking about SEO right now, but, I'm kind of like going off track a little bit, but you have to understand that when you look at a business today, right, it's all about looking at their full online presence, man. You can't do SEO for a company that has a bad website, right? Think about it. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Talk about setting yourself up to fail. You can't do advertising on a company that has a bad website, right? How are you going to do advertising on a company that doesn't have reviews? So the point I'm trying to make is this is a consultative approach to look at a business as a whole and look at what's wrong with them. And that's why the snapshot reports, that online presence report, is so important. We're taking a look at the business and trying to fix what's wrong with them and then take it to the next level. So there's certain things that you can't do. Like, why do an SEO campaign on someone, man, that is not ready for SEO because their website's bad? That's wrong. I'm not saying, you shouldn't do it. I'll just say I wouldn't do it, because it's making our job a lot harder. Again, as long as you're telling the client, hey, look, we're letting you know that you have issues with your website. This might impact your search engine optimization campaign and advertising and everything else. So look at everything as a whole. We are not selling to people. We are here to help them, guide them, consult, take them from one level to another, stage by stage, right? So again, types of businesses, 5 to 20 hour campaign would be a small business, 1 to 5 employees, one location, referral type business, not doing any type of marketing whatsoever. Now, anything over 20 hours is going to be an established business. It's been around for a while, multiple locations. To traditional marketing they're doing, or online marketing. Company has pretty good PR, right? They know what they want. They have a kick-ass marketing budget. That's something that you're talking 25 to 50 hours. Remember, we have packages from 10 to 60. We have 70-hour packages, 80-hour packages. The packages that we pre-built for you guys, they're not etched in stone. We're not a one-size-fits-all, so don't worry. So if your clients need more than 50 hours or 60 hours or 70 hours, hey man, don't worry about it. We got you covered. We'll hook you up there. Not a problem at all. So sales support, you got to use it. You got to use sales support. This is something, guys, that again, it's, we're open from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. Okay. So again, you're doing a discovery call. You're getting us some bits and pieces of information. We're not asking you guys to do a full, to do a full report on the business, right? To try to gather as much data as you possibly can. No, we don't want that. We just want simple information. That way you pass it along to our guys. And I can tell you right now, we're kicking butt, man. Q1, Q2, we got almost 7,000 calls received. We have a 31% close rate, man. All right. So think about it, guys. We are closing business. You have a company that will get on the phone. We will get on the phone with your client. We will make them feel warm and fuzzy. We will educate them. We will build rapport. We will strategize with them. We'll set expectations, right? That's what we do. We're going to let them know, we'll talk to them. Hey, things take time. We're not going to sit there and BS your client and say they're going to be on the first page of Google in 3 months, So when you tell the client the truth, right? When you have integrity, you will keep a client for the long term. We'll explain to them how things work. Leave all the closing to us. All you got to do is get someone that's interested. Tell them, like, listen, I want to get you on with a pro. We have people that have been in the business for a very long time. We like to explain to you our SEO campaign and how we can help you get on the first page of Google. I have the people that'll help you out. Let's schedule a call. Blah, 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 get that information from them and let us close the business, guys. All right. So again, look, if you're interested in making money, SEO is an incredible opportunity to build a huge residual income, guys. Really, really. So how does it work? We're going to make them feel warm and fuzzy, strategize, do all that stuff I just said. And it's going to come to a point where based on all the information we compiled on the call usually takes 15, 20 minutes. If it needs to be longer, whatever, we're there to answer all your clients' questions. We're there to make them understand fully how important SEO is to their business, why they need it and why they have to have it and they can't live without it, right? We're going to make that clear to your prospect. Then what we're going to do is while we compiled all that information, we're running reports behind the scene and we're going to recommend a campaign based on the information that they gave us, based on the information that you gave us, right, in the beginning of the call or the first call that you made with us to schedule the meeting. We're going to recommend an hourly campaign, be it 10 hours, 20 hours, 30 hours, whatever it is. And that's it. At that point, we're going to ask them the golden question, which is what? Do you have any more questions for us? Do you fully understand the importance of search engine optimization and why your business needs it? Okay. At that point, they're going to say, yeah, I fully understand. Or, well, by the way, Tom, I do have some questions. Okay, great. We'll sit there. There is no time limit for the phone call. Our job is to help you close business. And remember, this doesn't cost you anything extra. We're not charging you commission. We're not doing anything, guys. We just want to see you make money. We're here to help you close business. That's what it's all about. So why not utilize this? This is like, insane, right? Utilize it. So we're going to ask them the golden question. Do you fully understand everything? Do you have any more questions? If they say, I don't have any more questions, that's where you guys jump in the call. We're taking them right to the finish line. All you have to do at that point is just grab them by the hand and pull them over, right? Have them cross that finish line. How do you do that? It's pretty straightforward. You're going to tell them, Mr. Jones, we recommended a 20-hour campaign. I'm going to send you out the link right now for the 20-hour SEO campaign. Check your email. Hold on a second. Bam. You send it out. Stay on the phone, right? They're either going to purchase from you at that point, or they're going to backpedal. They might have, an objection. They might have, they might not still feel warm and fuzzy. That's okay. Whatever response they give you, that's when sales support, again, will take over the conversation. So remember, the whole thing is this, guys. As you are on these calls, you'll be able to start feeling it out, and like you'll know exactly what our people are going to say, and it'll be like a customized type of pitch that you're totally familiarized with, and you're just changing a little bit of it, for each client, because obviously each client is different. But in the end, you're going to know every objection. You're going to know every single question, because it's all about repetition, right? You're going to know. There are only a certain amount of questions that someone can ask about websites, about SEO, about advertising. In the end, they're all going to be the same questions, right? So you're going to know those questions, and you're going to know how to answer them. Maybe you'll answer that question, right? If you're brave enough and you're ready and you have that confidence, you've been enough calls, or you guys can tag team, use sales support, you and sales support together talking to that client. What's better than that? You guys are tag teaming these people and helping and really educating them, making them feel comfortable. So that way, if they have a certain, a crazy case of amnesia, all of a sudden you just went over everything and they're like, well, I don't understand this. You guys can tackle that and then go back to the golden question that you can ask. Maybe the sales support won't ask the second time. Make sure you do. Mr. Jones, do you have any more questions? Do you fully understand this? Because we want you to fully understand this. We want to help you. We want to get you on the first page of Google. We want to drive more traffic to your website. We want to help you crush the competition, Mr. Jones. Do you fully understand everything? Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to make you feel good. We want you to fully understand everything. Yes, I understand it. Great. Check your inbox. The email's in there for the link, to purchase, the 20-hour SEO campaign. Guys, and that's it. That's how that works right there. It's pretty straightforward. And that's, again, look, we're talking to thousands of people, right? We're taking thousands of phone calls. We have a monster team. We're open from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. We cover all the time zones that are out there. Utilize our team, guys. We're here for you. I want to see you guys busting some sales out, man. You can do it. All right. So what happens after the sale? Simple. Well, you're going to obviously, contact us and say, go inside the store in the Rocket Driver Partner Portal and purchase whatever SEO campaign, whatever it is, the hours that we recommended, right? Once that happens, there are forms that you're going to fill out with your client that, again, are in the Rocket Driver Partner Portal. You fill those forms out. Once you fill those forms out, we're going to start, we're going to do an audit, right? We're going to do keyword research, right? Sometimes we'll do an onboarding call if needed. We'll do an onboarding call with you. Maybe we won't do it with your client. 9 out of 10 times, telling you, we don't even need an onboarding call, right? We're trying to be as efficient as possible. There's really no need for it. But if there need be, we will do it. Again, Well, we usually do onboarding calls, guys, on clients that you're doing, that are bigger campaigns, 30, 40, 50, 60-hour campaigns. Smaller campaigns, there's no need for an onboarding call. I'm just telling you. So there's no need for it. Don't push it. This is between us. Don't even say it. We're just going to do an initial audit. We're going to do the keyword research, right? We're going to send you an email. You're going to send it back to your client. Your client's going to, give us their keywords. We're going to look at the keywords that we did, that we recommend, keywords that they like, and we're going to tell you based on, again, all the technology that we have, all the data that we have, right? All the experience. We're going to tell you exactly which keyword we think will work. A keyword that is relevant to their business, that's going to drive traffic. That's a money keyword, money, right? Remember what I said earlier. It doesn't matter getting a keyword on the first page of Google that doesn't drive any traffic is like worthless. So that's not going to happen with us, and that's something that you're going to tell that client. After we select the keywords, right, we're ready to start optimizing their site. We're going to, again, this is all in the Rocket Driver Partner Portal. We're going to need, if we built the site, obviously we have access to their website, so we won't need anything from your client, username or password for their platform. If we're doing SEO on a client that we never made, that we didn't develop the site, then obviously we're going to need their username and password for the back end of their site, so we can go in there and do the optimization that we have to do, right? Keywords, change keywords on the page, change some of the content on the page, make sure the content is relevant to the keywords that we're going after. So there's a lot of stuff that we're doing on the website. Then we start the offsite optimization. And then number 7, you're doing the call with the client, with the reporting call. Again, we'll help you with that in the beginning. Whatever questions once that report is there and you see it's uploaded in the back end, we're always optimizing it. Every single week we optimize it. I think it's on Saturday the reports are optimized. So at the end of the 30 days, you're going to get, you'll understand, because again, you're overseeing their campaign. You'll know that it's 30 days. And then it'll be time, and we'll send you an email like, hey, it's time for that monthly call. Let's go over it, and we will guide you and educate you on anything that you have to say. We're going to have information on how their campaign is doing, and we'll forward that in an email to you. And then that way you can forward that to the client, and then you guys can do a screen share. And that's how that works. So let me just go here for a minute. If you guys aren't familiar, this is the Rocket Driver Partner Portal. I suggest that, and this is where I am at right here, search engine optimization. I suggest that you guys, here we go, resume, sorry. I suggest that you guys come back here into the partner portal, right? And click on SEO, right? And just go through, watch some of these videos that we have here, which is really killer. Because we go over like keywords and selecting, just again, this is just, going over, you should definitely watch these vids because it's just going to make you it's going to basically polish you, right? You'll be a lot more polished on SEO. And then that way, when you do speak to someone, you don't sound so rough around the edges, right? But this is this is how it works. So to contact sales support, it's all here. All you got to do is send an email to support@Rocket to schedule a meeting. And what we'll do is we'll give you the phone number, and then it's a private number. Don't share that with your client. You'll call up sales support, and then you're going to, introduce yourself, and you're going to say, hey, my name is Tom, and, I'd like to schedule a meeting, blah, 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 give them the information, and that's it, okay? Onboarding, you have this onboarding form. It's right here, guys. Very straightforward. To onboard your client, there's a video right here. Post-sale process, what to expect. There's the form, right, to fill out. We have this roadmap here. This is like the SEO campaign expectations. Remember, everything that we do, like the whole process is explained right here. So, and that's for every service that we have, not just for SEO. We have it all explained here. Download this PDF and send it to the client. That's going to be the same exact information that you see here. Okay, so that way you can go over that with your client. So, you know, after you've spoken to the client, let's just say that we didn't close the client, right? They still have some questions, right? All right, so this is something that's really cool, and I forgot to mention. Let me just go back up here. So we're on the phone with your client, whatever, you know. Look, I could tell you sometimes, you know, having a proposal will help close the deal. You know, maybe they can't make that decision right away, right? Maybe they can't do it right on the phone with you, man. So this is the deal, guys. So, and we're only going to do proposals if we spoke to your prospect, right? That's it, because we know that we spoke to that person. Because let me tell you something, to create a proposal takes a lot of time, because this is a unique proposal, right? Unique one for your client. So it takes time. It's a detailed analysis, guys, on your prospect with tons of recommendations. So it takes a lot of man hours for us to do this. This is a service that we do not charge you extra for, right? So again, you couldn't close them on the phone. This is the second chance that we could try to close them, is by sending them out a proposal. Now, what we can do is, this is what's cool. You could remember, guys, you have sales support. So let's say we created the proposal and you don't want to go over the proposal with the client because you don't feel confident enough. Well, guess what? You know, you spoke to, you know, Jared or Kyle or whomever, you know, give him a call. You have his number. Call the person that you spoke to that was on the original conversation, right? Let me just admit here, someone wasn't there. All you have to do is, you know, speak to that original person that was on the call with you and your prospect, and have them go over the proposal with your prospect. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So everything that you need, all the explanations are basically right here for you. What to expect, you know, campaign expectations. It's all broken down here, right? And again, to purchase the SEO packages here, onboarding forms are here, the SEO roadmap is here, proposal and contract is here, sales and marketing tools are here, right? In the help center. We have it all here for you, right? Anything that you want to download, you want case studies for SEO, it's right here, guys, right? There's no reason for you guys not to, you know, you have plenty of information that's been created for you to make your case, make that client feel warm and fuzzy. And if you need, like I said, if you need a contract or anything, you always go back here because you will find everything really simple. SEO contract, bam, right here. Fill it out yourself, man. Very simple. I would do at least a 6-month contract with that client. Very important. Let's see. I think do we have a question here? Can you show slide 11 one more time? On slide 11, let's see which one that is. Can we have this slide deck? Yeah, guys, everything that you need is back here. Anything that you need, all these slide decks and all this stuff is all back here, man. It's all in your sales and marketing tools. That's what you guys have an amazing tool chest with everything that you can possibly think of. And it's all broken down by each individual service, right? Not only do you have slide decks, but you have videos that you can send out, white label videos that you can send out. You can send out brochures, right? The importance of SEO, how to sell SEO during COVID. I mean, there's a million of them here, man. Tons and tons and tons of slide decks and everything. And if you can't find it, just hit up support, but we have it. Let me just see what slide 11 is. I don't even know which one slide 11 is. Let's see. Slide 11? Let me see if this is slide 11. I don't know which one slide 11 is, man. Tom, I think you meant the Relevance Trust, page 1. I don't think that's the one that you mean by slide 11, because that's what I have here. 14, 13. Yeah, there's really nothing on slide 11. Maybe you got the wrong slide, Tom. But does anybody have any questions that they like to ask about SEO and how SEO support works and all that other stuff? Do you have anything that, you know, that you like to ask me? Because I'm here. Just give me 1 second. Let me share this. Let me kill this here. So again, if you we have, the reports are very straightforward, and they're very simple for the client to understand. They're gonna see, what the top ranking keywords, how many keywords they have that are ranking on page 1, right? We explain everything. Oops, let me unclick that. And this is just an idea. So you'll see here, right? Keywords, start date, right? Start rank, current rank. It was on 101, position 101. Now it's on, current rank is number 1, current page number 1. They can click here and view. They can click on both of these right here and view, right? Again, it's so transparent. It's unbelievable. All the work history that's done, we break it all down on exactly what we've done. And you could click on here to see the details of everything that was, your clients can do that. And again, this is something that you'll go over with your client, and you can go over it with us first, and then we can go over it with your client. Not a big deal, but everything is pretty straightforward. It breaks down simple analytics for your clients. We don't try to make things where they're really complicated. As you could see, listings is part of SEO, right? You got to get them the listings campaign, which is right. The business listings campaign, so important for any business, right? This is like SEO to like the 10th power right here, man. They'll be on 70 different sites. This really, really helps your clients with the search engine. You want to do everything you can to make their campaign successful. So, remember, website's number 1. Then you got listings as number 2, and it's all based on what, guys? It's based on this right here, right? Going back to this. Let me just see if you could see this. Hold on. Right there. All right. So remember, we're looking at a business as a whole. You can't do SEO for a company if they have a bad website. Just remember that. The online presence report is one of the most important tools, and I'm going to push this, man, because this is where you could take that business to the next level, guys. You could take that business from being nothing. All right, and one thing that's really important that I want to share with you, when you're talking to someone that's like a roofer or a contractor or any type of business, could be a car dealership or whatever, right? Or doctor or whomever. The point I'm trying to make here is that you want to explain this in a way that they understand. And I'll give you an example, right? When you're trying to show them what's wrong with their business, the only way that they're going to understand is by maybe pointing out something that's around their company. Give an example. A roofing company, right? You're talking to a roofer, right? And you're going to say to him, listen, if a roof has a leak, wouldn't you fix the roof, right? I mean, like, think about it, guys. It's like common sense, right? If your roof has a leak, wouldn't you fix it? Well, if your business has a hole in it, wouldn't you fix it? I mean, right or wrong? It's like, this is the same thing. So when you run these reports for businesses, guys, the deal is that there's no way that they can say that there's nothing wrong with their company. You follow what I'm saying? This sets you up to take them to the next level. Like I said earlier, they need to have a website. It's got to work on every operating system, every device, and every screen. They need to look amazing on the web. They need to have credibility, beautiful images. They have to look better than everyone else, man. They have to have a website that's mobile friendly, that passes Google's page speed test, that's encrypted. It's like, it's a fact and it's mandatory. After they have a website and they look amazing, then obviously they need to be found on the web, right? So they need to have their listings. They need to work. They have to have their listings. And remember, to build rapport, you guys can run the listing report, which is, free. Doesn't cost you anything. This builds the rapport right here. You could start with this report right here and then get into the SEO with them, build them. You know, I mean, guys, this is your foot in the door, right? It's talking about how important business listings is. They have to be on every one of these websites. This is amazing for SEO. Their information needs to be correct. It can't be, you know, they can't have errors in it. They have to be found everywhere. Everywhere imaginable, they need to be found. So run this report first. It's branded to you. It has your name on it, man. It's free. You can run it right inside of here, man. Right inside of your you know, Sales and Success Center. Just click on it and just run it. Boom, it's right here, guys. Very important. Just click on it and run it, and you got yourself a free report that you could run that's branded to you, has your information on it. You build rapport. It starts the whole conversation with the client. You know, that's where you're just, you know, telling them like, hey, I just ran this simple report. And based on the conversation that you're having with this client, guys, you know, you will decide if the conversation's going really good and they're being receptive, then invest in running this report. Run this online presence report here. Run it, because here you're going to really show them what's actually a full online, you know, analysis of what's wrong with their company. And these reports are amazing because they have videos in them. You can add their competitors in here. Let's say their website's an A, right? They have a great website. Turn it off. You can turn off the website. You can drag and drop any of these things. The key factor is that this report is amazing. It's an interactive report. So not only is it showing what's wrong, but you have videos that will play for these people, telling them, you know, that they need the solution. You can customize this blue section here. For every one of these sections, you can write whatever you want in here, and you can customize this. You can customize these rows, turn them on or off. You could turn any of these services on or off. If you just want to talk about SEO, you could just run an SEO report. So guys, it's amazing what you have here in terms of the tools to get these people to the next level. So going back, you know, they need to be credible. They have to look hot online. Listings, they need to be found. After that, then we're going to take a look at everything here, right? We're going to look at, well, obviously, if their website was bad and they didn't have listings, then obviously they don't have any SEO, right? And they're probably not doing any advertising. If they were doing advertising and they had a bad website, no listings, then I can tell you their advertising dollars were going in the toilet. We all know that, right? Based on all the training that I've given you guys in the past. That goes back all the way to websites from years ago. So, you know, it's all about credibility, right? It's all about, well, if you're going to advertise, then do they have reviews? So it's kind of like you got to think, you know, do they need leads right away? All right. Those are the things you have to look at. Do they need leads right away? It's all about discovery. It's talking to the client. You know, you got to check everything out. If the reviews are bad, man, well, all right, let's say not bad. Let's say they don't have any reviews. Well, if they don't have reviews, right, then we have to get them reviews. Then you sell them a package that we will, you know, teach them, grab their list of their clients that they had in the past, and we will create reviews for them. You know, again, it doesn't have to be, you know, 100 reviews, you know, but they will have a list. We'll upload it, you know, we'll do the marketing campaign, SMS, email campaigns, get them a bunch of reviews. Now they're all set, right? So now they're killer. They got reviews, right? But see, in the meantime, you could have sold them an SEO campaign. Why? Because SEO takes time. I wouldn't do the advertising yet if they don't have any reviews and if their social's bad, right? So you got to look at it like this. Build them a website, listings, and let's start an SEO campaign, which takes time. You're investing real estate, right? You're investing in that. It's going to take a few months. So we got that going. You got 3 services sold right there. Then we're going to take a hard look at the reviews. You know, if they don't have enough reviews, we'll get them some reviews. This campaign can last a few months. Get them a bunch of reviews. They look great. And then simultaneously, you can also do social, right? Take a look at their social and see, again, social media, it's not about marketing on social media. It's about, do they have a social presence? Are they posting? I mean, I look at some companies, guys, that it's like the last post they did was in 2015. You think anyone's going to buy from a company like that? People are looking at everything. They're landing everywhere. So you have to be listed everywhere. You have to have at least a social media presence, man. You know, even if they just create a social media, you know, create a Facebook, an Instagram, a LinkedIn account, you follow, that's cool, man. They don't need to have Twitter or whatever, you know, but at least do a post a week or something, you know, maybe they can do that, right? Maybe they can do the post a week themselves. If they don't know how to do it, we'll do it. We'll, you know, it's like this. We'll do the campaign first and then we'll get them up and running. And then if they want to, you know, stop doing it, they could take over themselves after that. You know, once they see how we've done it, they're going to have the software anyway, right? Because think about it. They're going to have the software in here. This is your business center, single sign-on. They're going to have the software. So they can click in here and they can do their own posts if they want, you know, down the road. Once they were taught by us or whatever, you know, they found out that, hey, you know what? I can actually do these myself, or I can supplement what they're doing. I'm paying them to do a certain amount and I could supplement the rest. But the most important thing is that social is all about just having a presence so you look legit. Then you got to have reviews. Now we could talk about advertising, man. Why are we going to talk about advertising now? Well, think about it. They have their website done, the listing's done. We're doing SEO. We got the reviews there. They look great on social. So if you advertise, your money won't go in a toilet, because when you do advertise, people are going to click on your website, check you out, check everything else out. They're going to check your social. They're going to check everything, right? They're going to check your reviews before they buy, right? It's that whole customer journey type thing. So very important for you guys to understand this. So again, it's all about knowing that you are a digital agency and knowing that you're taking these people step by step, stage by stage, and selling SEO right off the bat might not be the right thing to do if they have a bad website. You follow what I'm saying? So it's all about, you know, thinking, looking at your client and saying, hey, you know what? I want what's best for them. It's having a client for the long term, guys. It's taking a client that right now is totally destroyed and helping them dominate their local market. At that point, you will be a hero. You follow what I'm saying? You're going to get a bunch of referrals. You're going to make a lot of money. You have a client for life, basically. Think about it. You have a client for life because you took that client, and who doesn't want to make more money? Now you're driving traffic. You know, their presence is amazing. Think about it. You know, there's, again, so many different ways. And then again, I'll go back to this before I, you know, leave today. The online toolkit. I'm going to say it again. Give away the kits. You can give one away at a time. The kits are amazing for you guys to build business, man. You're getting 30 free kits, guys. Give away these kits. Set up the software. We have it all explained on this page. For those of you that don't know anything about it, we're giving you 30 free. It's a suite of software. Go on here, watch this webinar. I'm not going to, you know, drill this today because I've drilled it constantly for the last couple of weeks. But for those of you that are brand new, or for those of you that haven't been back here, go back here. Digital Service Online Business Toolkit. Watch the webinar that we did. Give away these free kits. We give you the whole, you know, rundown on how to get 30 sales, how to get 30 companies, 30 positive reviews, how to get free press on the internet, how to get your local newspaper to basically do an article on you, local TV station, Chamber of Commerce. We cover it all, man. And it's all right here. So look, there's no reason that you guys shouldn't be making a ton of money. We're giving you free software. You should utilize the free software that we're giving you. Go out there, give it away, help these businesses, you know, protect the local community. And that's, again, failure is not an option. There should be no one failing. Everyone should be making money. I'm not saying you guys are, but I could tell you this. People that listen to us, partners that listen to us, honestly, I have a husband and wife team that are making $35,000 a month right now, okay? They're doing what? They listen to us, man. You know, they're selling SEO, they're selling websites, they're giving away the software, they're selling software. So there's no reason why you guys can't do it. There's nothing different from them to anybody else that's on this call here. They just, you know what? They're just working it, man. And I have been always saying that to you guys. Work it, work it, work it, guys. You got to work it. If you work it, you will make money. We're always here to help you out, and you guys know that, right? Always. We're always here. We've been here forever. And I tell you this week in and week out, I am always available. Our support team's always available. But you guys have to take the bull by the horns. You have to take the initiative. There is so much training. There's so many great tools. It's like there's so much. We give you so many ways to make money, so many ways to skin the cat, to build such a monstrous business, man, where you guys are making 50, 100 grand a month, you know? So guys, go out there and do it, man. I really appreciate all of you. You know that. I want all of your success. I have a lot of people that are on this call that have been with us forever, and I truly do appreciate you. For those of you that haven't upgraded to 3.0, I don't know what you're waiting for, man. I don't know what you're waiting for. You're leaving so much money on the table. It's ridiculous. There are so many services to sell where you guys can make so much residual. You know, when you sell websites, man, you're making 20 bucks a month. You sell SEO, you're making $600, $500, $800, $900 a month residual. And we're helping you close the sale. Every service that we have, anything that we sell, anything that we have here is all residual for you guys. Every service, right? Websites, you're making money on the front end and you're making a little bit on the back end. Everything else, you're making big money on the back end, man, residual. So I could tell you right now, if you haven't upgraded to RD 3.0, you know, I don't know what you're waiting for. Honestly, you're just leaving so much cash on the table. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. But anyway, upgrade, man. If you haven't yet, you should. Because again, you're missing out on all these tools that I've been showing you guys here. You're missing out on the free toolkits. You're giving stuff away to people. You're having them, you know, after you give away the software, they're going to upgrade to the pro version. Now you're making a monthly on that. So totally killer the way we have you set up. But if I were you, if you don't know anything about it, watch these vids right here. If you haven't been through all the training, please go through all the training, guys. You know, it's here. All right. Just go through it. All right. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It's been a long day. I've been working since 6 o'clock in the morning. Time for me to you know, call it a night and have a great weekend, guys. And we'll talk to you soon. We got some cool stuff coming down the pike. I can tell you that. It's definitely coming. We're working on some billing software for you guys. We're going to automate all your billing, recurring billing, all that stuff. So that's coming, and it's going to be rock star for all of you. It's totally setting up your billing for every single product. What we're going to do is build, this is what we're working on, build out all your products for you, right? Every single product that we have in the store section, build it all out, all the packages out. And then that way, all you guys are doing is invoicing them, boom, recurring billing's done. They can log in, they can see everything. Totally killer, man. You'll see. Again, everything that we do here is to help you build a monstrous company and give you all the infrastructure and training and support and everything that you need. That, you know, we've always been like that. And like I said, there are people here that have been with us for a very long time, you know, at least 7, 6, 8 years. So I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Remember, we're here for you if you need anything. All right. Take care, guys, and have a good night.